What's up, YouTube? This is Sean. This is going to be the first, probably, of several or many videos that I do on this car. This is Bundu. Bundu is a 1998 Subaru Forester L. He is a base model. He is mildly modified. We're going to do probably a lot of digging into him because as much as I would have thought when I bought this car that it was kind of a joke and that I was just into the mileage and the ability to not get stuck in the mud, this car has become my favorite car I've ever owned in my whole life. And that was before actually really any modifications at all. This is just a phenomenal car. I own two of them now. And I have become an absolute Subaru junkie because of this car. What I was going to talk about today is the do-it-at-home Raptor liner kit that you can get. It's basically a truck bed liner. I was able to use a kit that you can buy online for various purposes, but it's supposed to be a truck bed liner or utility coating for things, but you know, you're seeing it pop up in the automotive world quite a bit more. I actually started seeing Storm Chasers use this some years back, and while I bought this car just to beat up, when it started really getting some big old hail dents in it and it started chipping my paint and I was starting to get little pieces of rust forming here and there, I just couldn't stand to see him look like that because I take a bit of pride in him, even though he is a toy and a tool. I love him dearly and I can't have him looking like crap. And also protecting him from future damage was really nice. Plus I didn't have to do a ton of body work in order to hide a lot of significant hail dents. Actually, there's a big one right here that you can't even see right now on the camera, which is pretty neat, but they're kind of all over. And this car since then has taken golf ball size hail with no problems whatsoever, other than, of course, the obvious side effects on the glass. However, yeah, it's been extremely durable. I watched some videos before I did this of some Storm Chasers, the, oh geez, what was that show called on Netflix? It was called Tornado Hunter. Those guys shot a 357 at their truck after they put this on there, and it didn't penetrate. It just dented it, which I thought was cool. And I saw some videos on YouTube of people who did it themselves, and, you know, they were standing on styrofoam cups that they painted, and they were dropping watermelons off two-story buildings and things, and you know, these things weren't breaking. It was pretty crazy. I just looked this up, and I did this in February of 2000. So at the time that I'm filming this, this has been in the Arizona sun. It has been in the snow for snowboarding. It has been in large hail. It has had debris thrown at it, and overall it looks really good still. There are some chips in my hood that are starting to pop. I got one chip on the other fender over there, but all in all, I did this myself. It probably took me, because I cared a lot about how it turned out, and I was very careful. I took a lot of the car apart and I taped very cautiously, and it did turn out pretty clean. I think all in all, it cost me about $600 to do the car, and I probably literally spent about 40 hours in prep. You can buy a tintable version of this stuff, which is what I did, and we tried to match it as best as we could to the original color, just so that it wouldn't look funny when you open the doors. It's not really close, but they basically couldn't match it identically because the original color has metallic in it. So we had to kind of eyeball it, and they let me and my wife pick it out ourselves. And that way we couldn't blame them if it didn't turn out the way we wanted it. But anyway, so this is an up-close look at what he looks like. This is without a doubt, although I've done a lot of crazy, silly things to this car by now, this one gets the most comments by far. So often we'll walk out of a public place and there will be people outside touching it and messing with it and stuff. People really love it. It's not so good for going incognito if you're chasing storms, but I used to get pulled over a lot and hassled a lot chasing storms in rural towns. And now that my car is really obvious, and I've even I put a Skywarn license plate on it on the front, and I was told that if I did that, I probably wouldn't get hassled quite as much, and I actually have not been pulled over since while chasing in rural areas. So anyways, that's the story. I did put together a little time lapse when I did it, and so I will I'll include the time lapse of me doing it after this, and I hope you enjoy this video.